Hello everyone. So I'm extremely late to this topic, I know, but I need to talk about this because this blew my mind. So as a lot of you probably already know, Insomniac's entire company got leaked. Everything about it pretty much, and it's mostly Insomniac stuff, but there are some things from this leak that we've learned about Sony and their plans as a whole. What I'm about to talk about, you can just look up and verify for yourself, I believe, if there's any doubt that this isn't real. And I will link the article that I got this from in the description. So we've learned that Sony plans on selling Spider-Man 3, yes, 3, in 3 parts. That being the 2 halves of the campaign and 1 for the multiplayer, all for $50 each part, equaling up to $150. This is actually in the leak, so there's no real question as to whether this is like false or not. This is actual information. And on top of that, they want to increase the standard price of their other games from $70 to between $80 and $100. Absolutely insane. And apparently the reason they're doing this is because, and I hope you're prepared for this, they don't make enough money. Yes, you heard that right. Sony PlayStation, basically the most profitable platform in gaming at the moment. Not the most profitable games, not over Nintendo, but most profitable platform in gaming at the moment isn't making enough money. So what is the problem here? Their games are clearly selling well, especially Spider-Man and God of War, but I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2 is the fastest selling PlayStation game ever right now. Not the most selling, but the fastest at the moment. But their budgets are getting outrageous. So, for example, Spider-Man 2 apparently cost them $300 million to make. To put that into perspective, that makes Spider-Man 2 one of the most expensive games to develop ever. Ever made. Like, do Sony's games really need to be that expensive? I mean, that's insane. And if games like Spider-Man and God of War, etc. are struggling to make a profit, then I think it's time to cut down the budget of these games. I'm sorry, but charging people $100+ for a single game simply is not the solution to this problem. That is not the way to go about this. It just isn't. This is a problem spawned by how they are running the company and managing their projects. I'm not buying the whole, well, their games have gotten too expensive, they have to do this. Like, yes, games have gotten more expensive to make, and that's a fact, and I'm not saying they haven't, but throwing hundreds of millions at every game you put out just doesn't seem wise to me. No, I don't know how to run a business or anything, but don't make us suffer because you don't spend your money wisely. So this price increase isn't planned to happen until 2027 at the absolute earliest, so there's no need to panic right this instant, but this is still very alarming, and if our voice means anything, I would say make it known that we don't want this and we won't put up with this shit if it does happen. And if it does come to fruition in 2027 or whatever, I am praying to God that this doesn't become a trend that takes off and all of a sudden every game is $100+. Like, you know damn well these publishers would do that if they see it working for another company. And that is just so bleak and dystopian, I don't even want to think about that, to be honest. So for all of our sakes, this needs to backfire, but I genuinely don't know if it would, because their games are so popular that I feel like people would just deal with it. But I seriously hope not. I really hope not, but I feel like people would just be like, alright, well, that's worth it for a Sony game. I don't know. Anyway, that's about it. Fingers crossed that this does not come to fruition, and that future is not going to be upon us in 2027. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.